What's up with the coffee bean? To be so small, they certainly can cause a lot of controversies. Yes, the lowly little coffee bean that can take on a certain beauty when piled high with so many other coffee beans has at times diabolically divided the world. Bean haters demand, when ground and brewed into what is known by most people as a good cup of joe, actually results in a deadly concoction capable of causing everything from cancer to hypertension. Following such thinking, in 1991, coffee was placed on the World Health Organization's list of possible carcinogens along with red meat. What a mean bean it must have been back then. On the other hand, bean lovers celebrated when the universities of Southampton and Edinburgh published in BMC Public Health a finding that indicates drinking any type of coffee can reduce the risk of developing and dying from chronic liver disease. The reduction in risk peaks, according to the study, at 3 to 4 cups per day. Following this line of thinking, the World Health Organization promptly removed the bean from the list of carcinogens in 2016. Then, in 2018, the state of California fought back against the bean as they became so concerned about the ill effects of coffee that they began to require coffee companies to label their deadly products as a potential carcinogen. Bean lovers didn't stand still. Once again, they pointed to the universities of Southampton and Edinburgh study, which indicates that compared to non-coffee drinkers, coffee drinkers had a 21% reduced risk of chronic liver disease, a 20% reduced risk of chronic or fatty liver disease, and a 49% reduced risk of death from chronic liver disease. Ground coffee seems to provide the maximum benefit, which contains high levels of the ingredients kaolin and cafestol. These have been shown to help prevent chronic liver disease in animals. Bean lovers the world over celebrated in the streets as they hurried to their local coffee shop for a strong cup of joe. For medical purposes only, of course. Then Harvard had a say and reported that there is consistent evidence from epidemiologic studies that higher consumption of caffeine is associated with lower risk, 24% per 300 milligrams of caffeine, of developing Parkinson's disease. Harvard also reported evidence that coffee helps prevent type 2 diabetes, some cancers, Alzheimer's, and even gallstones. Also, coffee seems to reduce the risk of developing depression. Of more than 330,000 participants, 24% of them, and the meta-analysis on average found a reduction in risk of developing depression. Again, it was shown that the higher the number of cups consumed, the lower the risk. This was the same pattern in an analysis of cohort studies that looked at suicide risk. The analysis showed 53% for those who drank 4 or more cups, 45% for those who drank 2 to 3 cups. The combined reports sent bean haters into a deep depression without so much as a cup of joe to help. However, against all evidence to the contrary, bean haters can take solace in the steadfast resolve of the state of California to make sure those bean-pushing coffee producers keep those cancer-warning labels on their deadly coffee products. So, it would appear that only in California, coffee products remain a danger to one's health. So what's up with those little beans that produce such a rich cup of poison or nectar of health? Depending on if you live in California or somewhere else in the world, they may prove to be a true nectar of health. But who can forgive those nasty little beans for the bitter taste of divisiveness they have left us all with worldwide? As for me, the bean has always been my morning friend. no matter how mean the state of California says it might have been back then. So won't you take a risk? Forgive the bean and click the link below to join me and a good strong cup of joe.